Cubase 14 comes with a wide range of workflow improvements that will allow you to work faster, more efficiently, and be more creative when you're mixing, editing MIDI, and using samples for your productions. Let's check out what's new. Let's kick off with mixing, and when it comes to mixing, we have improvements in the mix console in the lower zone. Now we have a fully fledged mix console in the lower zone, which means we can have inserts, our EQs, our sends, our pre-section, our routing, our strip, and of course you can customize this exactly how you want by using drag and drop. And now you can rearrange your channels straight on the mix console. For example, let's say I want to move this teletrack right here. I can just drag it and drop it, and I can change the position that easily. Let's say I want to take this drum loop and place it after my kick. Done. We also have great improvements when it comes to editing MIDI. Let me show you a very quick example of what you can do. I have this very static MIDI sequence. Let's have a listen. But now I can add some variation to this. Let me show you how. If we go right here to our controller lanes, you will see that now we have play probability, velocity variance, and off velocity available. So if I go to velocity variance, now I can introduce variation to my velocities. So let's add a little bit of variance here to make this part a little bit less static. And you can see that this is randomized, so it won't sound the same every single time. Now let's try the play probability feature. In this case, if we have less probability, this means that these notes are less likely to be played. So now if I play this back, we're going to get a randomized version of this sequence. It's randomized, so this means it won't sound the same in every loop. So you can imagine this is going to be super useful if you're programming drums and you want to add variation to your velocities or variation to the play probability of your drums. This can make your tracks come to life and be less repetitive. And if you're working with samples, you will really appreciate the new previewer in the media bay. As you will see straight away, there are many new features. The first thing you can do, of course, is audition the samples in the context of the project, so with the right tempo. But now you can also audition the samples in half speed or double speed. So this is very useful if you want to experiment with different samples. And the next thing you can do is you can set a key, and all the samples are going to be transposed to the correct key so that you can audition in context with your track. And you can even link the transposed track to this. So for example, if I try to audition this synth arpeggio sample, you will see it's not in the right key. So I can just set it to the correct key that I'm using right here on this song. And immediately I can have this sample play in the correct key. But even if you don't know the key of your song, you can still transpose via semitones. Let's transpose this down for semitones. Let's try the half speed. And the double speed. So it's very creative if you want to experiment with loops and samples. The other thing that we have is we have a tape machine style preview. So if I activate this, now I can change the speed in a tape machine style effect. So we're going to slow down the material. We're going to bring down the pitch as well. Let's slow it down. And if you decide to drop this file inside Cubase, you will see that immediately it gets dropped and it already has the Elastic Pro tape algorithm applied, and we get the correct speed that we set in the Media Bay previewer. When we activate this, the previewer starts as soon as we hit play. We also have autoplay, and we also have the option to wait for project play. So with all these features, you can take advantage of your library of loops. These are just a few of the new workflow improvements in Cubase 14. I hope you have fun with them, and I'll see you in the next one.